Hello and welcome, EP1 here. I wanted to play some more of these Wordles on cam. So I'm just going to collect them all and put them in one thread, and I'll do this a few times, probably just a small number of times until it gets boring for me, but for now it's a lot of fun. And it's 12:06 my time, so the newest Wordle just dropped a few minutes ago. And I think in terms of the first word, again, I try to pick something that has two vowels and three consonants. And I was thinking train, that has AI. R, N, and T are also fairly common consonants, so this seems like a great one to start with. And okay, interesting. So no N, no A, no T. Does have an R and an I, but I have them in the wrong spots. I do have hard mode enabled, so our future guesses will have to use R and I, as well as three new letters. So trying to think what else. R could be at the start, it could be in the middle, could be at the end, like yesterday's puzzle was solar, ends in R. Certainly not solar this time because there's no A in this puzzle, but we did figure out that there's an I and an R, and, and eliminating some of these common letters is nice as well. So maybe let's think of things that start with an R. What are, excuse me. Uh, Things that start with an R, have an I somewhere, and don't have A and T. So, um, hmm. So in terms of vowels, well, we could just do RI. That's a good way to start. I'm trying to think five-letter word rings, but N is included, so that's not going to work. How about RI? Mm, hmm. How about another vowel like E? It would be E is the most common letter in the language, not necessarily in this puzzle, but it might be interesting to. Again, I'm always thinking of things that have N in them. That won't work. How about I don't know, resin? Why do I keep thinking of riser? But again, we don't want the double letter this early. That would get rid of a nice way to that would get rid of one of our chances of figuring out letters. And double puzzles with double letters do happen, but only occasionally, so it's not worth using our guesses on that right now. How about maybe doesn't, maybe ends in an R? Um, yeah, let's just think of like some additional common letters like maybe L and E and S, and with the R and I. So riles, that fits. Again, we're going to use L, E, and S to see if those common letters are in our puzzle. We have to use R and I, but we are using them in different spots. So I think this is a good one to go with. And all right, cool. So it's funny, we haven't gotten a single letter in the correct spot, but we have figured out at least four of the letters in the final puzzle. So that's pretty good. And we know that the puzzle doesn't start with an R, nor is it in the second spot. Could be anywhere over here. So there shouldn't be too many words that have R-I-E-S. So if that's the case, what are some of them? The other scary thing though now is it's going to be really tough figuring out that fifth letter because we have to, in each of our subsequent guesses, we have to use R-I-E-S. So that's an added complication. But I think we'll figure it out. We could do maybe prize, but that's not spelled correctly, and the R is in the wrong spot. So yeah, what other than L, A, N, and T, what letter could I add to RIES that would get me a word. Mm, like pyres. That's not spelled with an I. It's spelled with a Y. C, like skyer. Is that a word? I don't think so. SCIRE. I don't think that's a word, so let's not do that. How about I don't know. Smire. No, that I don't think so. It probably does end in an E. I think that's a safe assumption, or at least I'm willing to put that there. For now, we could, if we get it wrong, we'll think of other places. It could even end in IE. So, and then RS and some other letter. Could also end in an R, like IER. And if that's the case, are there with an S? Oh, no, it can't end in IER because the E is in the wrong spot. Okay, so that's useful. So I'm back to so this spot can't have I or E, the fourth letter. That should make things easier. Maybe it has an R here, like an RE ending, and then like spire, for example, which is I think what I used to start the puzzle last time. That would be funny. So P would be the added letter that we haven't used so far. SIRE we have used. It would start with an S, end with an E. The I would be in a new spot. The R would be in a new spot. I think it's worth trying. All right, cool. So we got the configuration of the letters that we had already guessed correct. So that's really good. SIRE, and now we just have to figure out what the missing letter is, and it can't be a P, it can't be a double letter either, so you can't put an I or an E or an R or an S here, so it has to be a new letter that we haven't selected yet. Can't be A, L, N, or T, so it's just about figuring that out. And so I'm just looking here at these letters, and Shire would certainly work. Is it spelled that way? I think it is. How about Smire? I don't think so. Yeah, I think Shire would be the only one. So there we have it. Cool. Splendid indeed. In 4 guesses. We got pretty lucky, so let's just go through this again. So we started with train, again, a good word, 2 vowels, and some pretty common letters. Riles was a decent follow-up since we were able to, again, get the E and the S, which are pretty common letters, and eliminate the L. And then we were pretty lucky in rearranging it correctly. We knew that it couldn't start with an R, and usually, when you see the E, it's a safe bet that it ends in an E, but obviously it's not guaranteed. But I thought this was a decent guess, and yeah, we could have easily have put in Shire first and then Spire. I would suspect people are more familiar with Shire than Spire, but since I had used Spire in the last puzzle, that was still on my mind. But anyway, pretty fun little puzzle here, and much shorter video than last time. Hope you enjoyed it, and I certainly did. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time for more.